I'm intrigued by the remarkable ability we possess to influence both our brain and body through the power of thought alone. Consider this. When we focus our attention on specific mental imagery and immerse ourselves in repeated thoughts and feelings, our brain and body respond as if these experiences were happening in the outer world. This means that our inner world of imagination can manifest as real-world experiences, resulting in physiological changes within us. In essence, we have the capability to make our brain and body believe that a physical experience has already occurred, even in the absence of the actual experience. What we consistently focus on and mentally rehearse not only shapes our biological makeup, but also shapes our future. For example, a fascinating study conducted by Harvard researchers involved volunteers who had never played the piano before. The researchers divided the participants into two groups. One group physically practiced a piano exercise daily for 5 days, while the other group solely imagined themselves playing the piano without any physical movement. Surprisingly, brain scans conducted before and after the study revealed that both groups developed new neural circuits and neurological programming in the brain region responsible for finger movements. Even though one group only engaged in mental rehearsal, their brain activity resembled that of individuals who physically practiced the piano. Subsequently, when tested, many participants from the mental rehearsal group were able to perform the piano exercise proficiently, despite never having physically played the instrument before. This demonstrates how mental imagery can effectively prepare the brain for future experiences, creating automatic patterns of behavior. Similarly, studies focusing on muscle training have yielded compelling results. In one study conducted at the Cleveland Clinic, participants imagined flexing their biceps intensely during mental training sessions without actually engaging their muscles physically. Remarkably, after 12 weeks of mental rehearsal, participants exhibited a significant increase in bicep strength, demonstrating the power of mental imagery to enhance muscle strength even in the absence of physical activity. Additionally, research conducted at the University of Texas at San Antonio and the Kessler Foundation Research Center explored the impact of internal imagery on muscle strength. Participants instructed to visualize contracting their elbow flexor muscles using first-person imagery experienced a notable increase in muscle strength compared to those using external imagery or no practice at all. Furthermore, an innovative study conducted at Ohio University involved participants whose wrists were immobilized in surgical casts for a month. Half of the participants engaged in mental imagery exercises, imagining wrist flexion movements, while the other half served as the control group. Surprisingly, when the casts were removed, the muscles of the imagery group were significantly stronger than those of the control group, highlighting the potency of mental rehearsal in facilitating muscle strength gains. These findings underscore the profound impact of mental imagery on brain function and physical performance. By harnessing the power of our thoughts and intentions, we can shape our biology and pave the way for transformative changes in our bodies and lives. Each of the 3 studies on muscle training illustrates how mental rehearsal not only impacts brain function, but also influences physical changes solely through thought. Essentially, by mentally practicing behaviors and regularly reviewing the activity, participants' bodies exhibited physiological changes akin to those who physically performed the exercises, despite never engaging in them. Moreover, participants who infused their mental rehearsal with intense emotions experienced even more pronounced results. Similarly, in the piano playing study, participants' brains exhibited activity patterns suggesting that the imagined experience had already occurred. Likewise, participants in the muscle flexing studies transformed their bodies to reflect prior experiences through mental rehearsal alone. This highlights how our thoughts and emotions can shape our brain and body to anticipate and align with future experiences. Consider your morning routine. When you mentally rehearse your day's activities and accompany them with intense emotions like suffering or frustration, you condition your brain and body to manifest that future reality. Just as the elbow flexor volunteers urged their muscles to flex without physical movement, your repeated inward experiences create physiological changes as if those events had already taken place. In fact, neurologically, biologically, chemically, and genetically, your brain and body respond as though the day has already unfolded when you visualize your daily activities upon waking. Consequently, when you commence your daily tasks, your body naturally aligns with your conscious or unconscious intentions. If you've maintained the same routines for an extended period, your biology becomes primed and easily activated, reinforcing habitual behaviors. Thus, by consistently reinforcing the same habits mentally and physically, you perpetuate unconscious behaviors, further solidifying habitual patterns in your brain and body. This habitual cycle makes it progressively easier to slip into unconscious behavior each day, as you continuously reinforce and strengthen these ingrained habits. When you wake up in the morning and immediately shift your focus to the external world, thinking about the people you need to meet, the places you must go, and the tasks you need to accomplish, your energy becomes dispersed. Your attention is drawn to various external factors like your possessions, relationships, work, and responsibilities, leaving little energy for your inner world of thoughts and feelings. This division of attention prevents you from channeling sufficient energy into creating a new reality. Consider that each person or object you devote significant attention to is familiar to you because of past experiences. These experiences are encoded in your brain as neural networks, reinforcing your perception and experience of them. As you repeatedly engage with these external elements, the neural circuits associated with them become more established and refined, enriching your brain's landscape. With your energy scattered across external concerns, there's little left to invest in your internal world of thoughts and emotions. Consequently, you inadvertently perpetuate the same patterns and experiences because your thoughts and feelings shape your reality. Essentially, your external environment dictates your inner state, leading to a cycle where your personal reality influences your personality. Moreover, when your focus remains fixated on the external world and you react to familiar conditions with chronic stress, your inner balance is disrupted and your brain's efficiency diminishes. Consequently, you become less effective in manifesting change or creating new experiences, transitioning from being the creator of your life to feeling like a victim of circumstances. Various types of stimuli can influence the activity of genes, either increasing, upregulating, or decreasing, downregulating their expression. For instance, engaging in novel experiences or acquiring new knowledge activates experience-dependent genes. These genes play a crucial role in instructing stem cells to differentiate into specialized cell types needed for tissue repair and regeneration. Similarly, behavioral state-dependent genes are activated during periods of high stress, arousal, or altered states of consciousness, such as during dreaming. These genes serve as a bridge between our mental state and physical health, allowing us to influence our well-being through practices like meditation, prayer, or social rituals. By altering our emotions, we can directly impact gene expression by sending new chemical signals to our DNA. This, in turn, instructs the genes to produce different proteins, thereby influencing the structure and function of our bodies. For example, prolonged stress may activate genes associated with inflammation and disease within the immune system. However, by changing our emotional state, we can activate genes responsible for growth and repair while deactivating those linked to disease. As a result, epigenetic changes occur, leading to the production of new proteins that promote healing and restoration. This process illustrates how the body can be reprogrammed to align with a new mindset, facilitating growth, repair, and overall well-being. The following insights, which reveal fascinating discoveries, are sourced from Joe Dispenza's book. In the winter of 2016, during our advanced workshop in Tacoma, Washington, my team and I conducted a study on the impact of heightened emotions on immune function. We collected saliva samples from 117 participants at the workshop's onset and again 4 days later upon its conclusion. Our focus was on immunoglobulin A, EGA, a crucial protein indicative of immune system strength. EGA plays a vital role in maintaining a robust immune system, serving as a primary defense against various pathogens within the body. Elevated stress levels, accompanied by increased cortisol levels, typically lead to reduced IgA levels, compromising immune function by down-regulating the gene responsible for IgA production. Throughout the workshop, participants were instructed to cultivate elevated emotional states, such as love, joy, inspiration, or gratitude, for 9 to 10 minutes 3 times daily. We aim to investigate whether altering emotional states could positively impact immune function by up-regulating IgA gene expression. The outcomes were remarkable. On average, IgA levels surged by 49.5%, with some individuals exhibiting levels exceeding the normal range of 37 to 87 milligrams per deciliter mg/dl, reaching over 100 mg/dl by the workshop's end. These findings demonstrated significant epigenetic changes induced solely by attaining elevated emotional states without any significant external experiences. By evoking heightened emotions for a brief period, participants' bodies perceived a shift in their environment, prompting the activation of new genes and altering genetic expression, particularly in the immune system's protein production. This indicates that you might not need pharmaceuticals or external substances to facilitate healing. Your intrinsic capacity to stimulate the genes responsible for IgA production is readily accessible within a brief time frame. Engaging in simple activities such as experiencing heightened emotions like joy, love, inspiration, or gratitude for several minutes each day can lead to significant epigenetic changes in your health and bodily functions.